Good morning, students. So, in previous lecture, we have started our second chapter about microorganisms, which are our friend and enemy. Some of the microorganisms are our friend and some are our enemy. So, about microorganism, we read on that day that the living organism which we normally can't see with our eyes, but with the help of microscope or with the help of glass side we are able to see that living organism will be called as microorganism, or we can say microbes also. And even for that microorganisms we have read two activities, and then we have read that the microorganisms are classified into four groups, that are bacteria, fungi, protozoa and algae. Till that we have read. Now next we have to start from viruses. From here we have to start. Viruses are also microscopic. They however reproduce only inside the cell of host organism, which may be bacterium, plant or animal. So virus also we can see with the help of microscope only, and this virus grow in the cell of a body part which gives food to other organisms, like in plant, than in animals, and other organism like bacterial organism also. So in this type of organism these viruses grow inside the cell. Some of the viruses are shown in figure 2.5. Common ailment like cold, influenza, flu and serious disease like polio and chickenpox are also caused by viruses. So the disease, maybe it happens sometimes, or if maybe it's serious disease. So a common disease like cold and cough and influenza, and even a serious disease also, these all are caused by viruses only. Next paragraph, disease like dysentery and malaria are caused by protozoa, whereas typhoid and tuberculosis, in short it is said as TB, are bacterial disease. So in this dysentery means symptoms are like that you will have a fever and a cough and cold, and you will feel weakness. So this type of disease and malaria, these all are caused due to this protozoa, and this other two diseases like typhoid and tuberculosis, these are bacterial disease. This caused because of bacteria. So some are viral disease, some are bacterial disease, like this. And you have learned about some of this microorganism in class 6 and 7. So for this microorganism you have learned in 6th and 7th standard. If you remember about soil chapter of 7th standard, that you have read about some of the microorganisms which are present in soil, and other also which are used for making food and others. So this all, I think you may get some idea about microorganism. Now next we should read. So these are some of the bacterias and protozoa and algae and fungi. So some examples are given related to this. Now next, in figure 2.5 you can see the picture of viruses. These viruses are like this. Now next topic is about where do microorganisms live. So till now we read about microorganism. So now here question is, where do these microorganisms live? So microorganism may be single celled like bacteria, some algae and protozoa, or multicellular such as algae and fungi. So some microorganism may be single cell and some microorganism may be multicell. So here for single cell bacteria is given as a example, and then for multicellular algae, fungi will be in a multicellular organism. So some of the microorganisms are single celled and some are multicellular. They can survive under all type of environment, ranging from ice cold climate to hot spring and desert to marshy land. Means this type of microorganisms may be single cell or multi-cell. This type of microorganism they live in all type of environment, whether it is a cold climate or hot climate or rainy climate or every time if it rains and hot and humid also, bacteria lives in all such type of environment. They are also found inside the bodies of animal including human. So some of the microorganism can be found inside animal body, or some of the microorganism we can find inside human body also. Some microorganisms grow on the other organism while other exist freely. Microorganisms like amoeba can live alone, while fungi and bacteria may live in colonies. Means some microorganisms are like that. They live freely in the environment, but some of the microorganisms you can find inside the human body and animal body. And here one name amoebacan, it lives freely, that means it lives alone, and the other bacteria and fungi are like that, they live in a group. So these are the details about microorganism, means how and where microorganism live. So in this paragraph it is said that some microorganisms are single celled, some microorganisms are multicellular, some microorganisms live in animal and human body, some microorganisms don't need body to live, they can live alone also. And microorganism can live all type of environment, whether it is a cold weather or hot and humid weather or rainy weather, whatsoever weather, they can live in all type of season. Now next topic is about microorganisms and us, means how microorganisms are harmful and useful to us. Microorganisms play an important role in our lives. Some of them are beneficial in many ways, whereas some other are harmful and cause disease. Let us study about them in detail. So some of the microorganisms are harmful to us and some of the microorganisms are useful to us. So those who are useful, from that we can make a medicine and make food items, and the microorganism which are harmful, they cause disease in our body. So first let's read about friendly microorganisms which help human being. Microorganisms are used for various purposes. They are used in the preparation of curd, bread, and cake. So some of the microorganisms are used in different purpose, but some are used to prepare to make curd, bread, and cake. Microorganisms have been used for the production of alcohol since ages. So since early times, some of the microorganisms are used to make alcohol also. They are also used in cleaning up environment. For example, the organic waste. For inorganic waste, it is given here the names that are vegetable peel, remain of animal faces, etc. These are organic waste are broken down into harmless and usable substance by bacteria. So if you remember about 7th standard, that soil chapter and that forest chapter, that means some of the bacteria, they turn this vegetable peel and other remains of animal, dead body of animals and faces, these all things they turn into manure, and they mix this all in the soil, and that thing is called as decomposition, and it is useful for the soil and plants. And they make this thing into a harmless and usable substance. So some bacteria does their work like this, so they are helpful to human being. Recall that bacteria are also used in preparation of medicine. Then some bacteria are used to make the medicine also. In agriculture, they are used to increase soil fertility by fixing nitrogen. So in first chapter it was said that some microorganism which live inside the soil, they mix nitrogen with the soil, and which is useful for the plant. So some bacteria are useful to farmer for the soil fertility. Now next is about making of a curd and bread. So how These microorganisms are useful to make curd and bread. You have learned in class 7 that milk is turned into curd by bacteria. In 7th standard, if you remember that milk is is turned into curd. So because of lactobacillus bacteria, this milk can turn into curd. So curd contains several microorganisms. Of these, the bacterium lactobacillus promotes the formation of a curd. So this type of bacteria called lactobacillus, it helps the milk to turn into curd. It multiples in milk and converts it into curd. Bacteria are also involved in making of a cheese, pickles, and many other food items. So bacteria are not only used to make curd and bread, but to make other food item which can remain or which can keep fresh for long time, such as cheese, pickle, and other food item which can be kept fresh for long time. So bacteria are used to make food item also. An important ingredient of a rava called as suji, idlis, and bhatura is curd. Can you guess why? So in these things also curd is used. So for making curd, milk is turned into curd, and this bacteria called as lactobacillus is used to turn the milk into curd. So this type of bacteria are helpful to farmer and human being and to make food also, and some of the bacteria cause disease to human being. And next that we will read in next lecture.